It is time for part 5 of our breeding project, so welcome back. What you have seen in our previous video is that we had success with spawning again. We shared some spectacular spawning footage and now of course we are looking forward to the next steps. The parent koi that we used are a female Aragoke with very large scales, and the male that we used are 2 Sankes from breeder Sanke again. Spawning took hours and hours until end of the morning and we really collected tons and tons of eggs. Thereafter we of course removed the parent koi, and the first thing we did is refresh about 50% of the water in the spawning tank. We maintained the water temperature on about 22 to 24 degrees, and now let's see what is going to happen next. So yes, we do have koi eggs now that are about 12 hours old. With a water temperature of about 22 to 24 degrees, we can expect that the eggs will hatch in about 4 days. In the meantime, we do have to take care of water quality. That is probably the most important thing for now. And I have separated the eggs into 3 different tanks to have a little bit a higher probability that we will have success. The tank that you see right now is outside in the sun, while the tank that we used for spawning is actually inside. And I still do have a lot of eggs in there as well. At the bottom of the tank we really have thousands of eggs in the tank that is inside. But also in the self-made spawning brushes we have a lot of eggs and it looks quite promising. And next to that there is one extra small tank that I will use. This container contains some of the floating plants that we have put inside the spawning tank, containing some eggs as well. But just a few. They have a lot of aeration on it, as you can see. And now time will have to do the rest. It is 2 days after spawning now, so the eggs are 48 hours old. And everything in all of the 3 ponds seems to be doing quite well. I'm still changing a lot of water every day to ensure that the water quality is also maintained. And the reason for that is that the eggs actually create a lot of ammonia in the water during their development process. Since the eggs are now 2 days old, we can start to see some developments as well. Actually we see eggs that have become entirely white. These are eggs that are not fertilized, and usually fungus will start to develop on these eggs, and shortly after they will start to rot. If possible, you should try to remove most of these eggs, as also the healthy eggs could become damaged because of the fungus. Of course we also have good eggs that actually look bright, and if you look really closely you can see that in each egg you can see 2 eyes. These are exactly the healthy ones that we are looking for. Also in the smaller container with plants you can clearly see these koi of the future. They seem to be developing very well. Our eggs are now about 60 hours old, and of course we are still changing water. Actually it is all we are doing currently. What I also found is one of the teeth of a parent koi that were in this tank before. Must have lost it during the spawning time. Losing and replacing a teeth is actually normal for koi, but I didn't expect it to happen during spawning. And there is of course also good news. The koi eggs are still developing very well. We can actually see that the eyes are getting bigger inside the eggs, and some of them are actually starting to move. 72 hours old. We are almost there. The eggs are nicely bright and you can clearly see the small hatchling inside. It won't take a lot more time until the fry will move out of the eggs. My guess is that it will probably happen later today, but we see some of the first hatchlings. In the meantime, we still have to take control over the water quality, so I'm still changing a lot of water in all of the tanks all day long. Also, during the process of hatching, a lot of ammonia will come into the water, so changing with fresh water is really important. It is just a few hours later and hatching is now really happening. Some of the small fry started to leave their eggs. You can see that the small hatchlings cannot swim yet. They are just sticking to the spouting ropes. Since we have the first fry that are hatching right now, the only thing we can do is to hope for some good progression in the next couple of days. So I hope to see you next time and thank you for watching.